Hello. As the year winds down, I'm kind of sitting down tonight and reviewing where I've been for the past year and laying out a roadmap of where I'm going for the new year. I've been setting up some goals and making some plans. I just wanted to take a moment to kind of catch everybody up on what's been going on and to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and an absolutely wonderful New Year. To start with, just to catch you up on some of the events that have occurred in the past year, both personally and professionally, I wanted to start off with some of the highlights of the past year. Right at the end of 2011, my oldest son completed all his requirements to earn his Eagle Scout Award. He really worked hard all the way up to the very last minute to achieve this goal, and he really took on a leadership role and got it done. I'm really proud of him because of all of his hard work to do it, and because he actually accomplished something that I never did. He's become quite a young man, and I think this accomplishment has given him the encouragement and the confidence that he can accomplish whatever he puts his mind to. He went on to graduate from St. X that spring and has now just completed his first semester at the University of Louisville, and I'm so proud that he's taken charge of his future. Now, my youngest son, he had a pretty good year last year as well. He finished his sophomore year at St. X, and because of his grades and his hard work, he was recognized by the National Association of High School Scholars. This recognition has actually motivated him to really buckle down this year on his studies with the goal to be invited into the National Honor Society. Now, I do believe that he's going to achieve that goal. In addition to all this hard work, though, he's been developing his entrepreneurship skills. He's actually built gaming computers for other people. He's mastering HTML5 code. He became a beta tester for Microsoft. He's monetized his YouTube channel, and he's taken the time to master several computer programs in the areas of website design and in video production. And he's actually even put together a gaming server that people are paying him a fee to utilize. Now, my daughter's also had a pretty good year. She set out some clearly defined goals for her life and has returned to school to complete the requirements for her university studies and to achieve the goals that she set out. She took charge of her life early on in the year and aggressively and proactively started doing whatever it takes to see that she's on track to accomplish her goal. She's also given us the absolute most beautiful granddaughter. And I'm so happy that I've been in a position to spend a lot of time with my grandchild. It's something I was never able to do with my own children because of the 60, 70-hour weeks that I was working in pharmacy. It's been a blessing to have her and our granddaughter around in our lives. Now, as most of you know, I've been a pharmacist since 1995. Back early in 2011, I lost that job. And as I've discovered, many of my other pharmacist friends with various companies have also lost their jobs in the past year. It seems like the industry is cutting out the gray, and they're hiring in new graduates at much lower starting pay than what we were making. I'm so proud of my wife and her reaction when I lost the job because she was very supportive. And together we sat down and figured out where we could cut our budget and began making plans to move forward with the next year, with the new year. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's been tough at times. Going from the security of a nice six-figure salary to the unknown has stretched our relationship at times. But because of our strong faith in God, we've come through this really difficult time a whole lot better off than what I'd expected. Now, I still haven't found full-time employment in pharmacy, and now I really don't desire to. I've been working with a friend and his pharmacy consulting company on a part-time basis, so financially we've been able to keep everything up. What's really gotten me excited, though, is what's been happening outside of my pharmacy career. Toward the end of 2011, before all this had happened, I had made some connections with some high-income earners. Now, after the job loss and spending the first few months looking for full-time employment, which of course turned up nothing, I reached out to some of these individuals, and they immediately took me under their wing and started educating me on how to move away from pharmacy and into a completely different direction with my future. They've opened up so many incredible doors for me and allowed me to make some additional fantastic connections with other individuals. With their help, I've started my own consulting business. I'm now writing blogs. developing marketing and training videos and websites, conducting training and motivational conference calls, planning and hosting national speakers for conferences. I've been guest hosting and hopefully soon hosting a nationally syndicated radio program of my own. And all of this with the goal of helping others to start and build successful home businesses. That brings me to today and why, despite the fact that I've still not found pharmacy employment, I'm so incredibly excited about what this new year holds. I know that 2013, I'm going to completely replace my pharmacist income. I've held strong to my faith throughout all this ordeal, and I firmly believe that divine providence has brought all this together for me. I'm a strong believer in the law of attraction, and I've experienced so many things in the past year that have just proven this belief. So many people have come into my life to help me fulfill my goals that it can only have been because of the divine intervention of God. Also, there's so many different economic indicators and events all coming together at once for 2013 that I'm completely overwhelmed with the possibilities. As a good friend of mine and one of those high-income earners I mentioned before says, to create true wealth, you need to position yourself in front of a trend. Guys, that is what has got me so excited. A lot of trends are coming together all at once that I believe for the first time in my life, I'm in the right place at the right time. First of all, the election's over. It is what it is. Now, we all know that on both sides of the political spectrum, that things are necessarily going to get worse before this country, before they can get any better. It doesn't matter which one of them would have won the election. This is going to happen regardless. This economy is going to get tighter. I've already experienced it for myself firsthand when I lost my job late in 2011. A lot of my friends have experienced it this past year when they've lost their job, and a lot more jobs are going to be going away. Secondly, healthcare reform. Whether we like it or not, it's now the law of the land. The healthcare system is going to be stretched to its limits. There's no way around it. The profit margins are going to be slashed at the same time as millions of more people are going to begin utilizing the system. This is going to make it necessary for services to be cut, and more people are going to begin turning to alternatives to keep themselves healthy. Also, inflation is coming. As the financial markets are absolutely stretched to their limits and increasing government regulation and taxes are being imposed on big corporations, they're going to be forced to pass those costs down to the consumer. Now, this is going to increase the number of people experiencing downsizing, whether that means reduced working hours, being laid off, or being asked to work longer hours for the same pay or even less pay. This is going to stretch everybody's budgets to the limits. Because of all the cutbacks and job losses, people are going to be looking for other ways to bring additional income into their households. More people are going to realize that they cannot rely on the government or big corporations to have their backs. Many people are going to begin moving away from traditional forms of employment and looking for other ways. Traditionally, in every single down economy like this, companies like mine have actually flourished. Next, you've got all these Generation Y people. They're quickly becoming the largest untapped economic force in America. In a few years, they're going to surpass the baby boomers in their purchasing power. Now, this group of people is now graduating from college in record numbers, and they're unable to find traditional jobs in corporate America. They're actually an independent group of people that, believe it or not, realize that they will have to take care of themselves. They've seen their parents, people like myself in their 50s, lose those corporate jobs, and they're now skeptical about relying on big corporations or big government to take care of themselves. They're frugal in many ways out of necessity, but they're very much aware of their health and how it's going to affect them in the future. And then there's the baby boom generation. This is the largest block of people ever in history to reach retirement age all at the same time. As these baby boomers approach retirement, they've become increasingly obsessed with looking good, feeling good, and living longer, and as all of us really have. But so much so that last year, Americans spent over $70 billion on health and wellness alone. That's more than any other nation on the face of the earth. I'm so excited that those high-income earners that I mentioned before have committed to continue to help me to have success this year as I pursue this new direction in my life. And I want to have the opportunity to share with you what I've learned from them. Now, I'm surrounding myself with like-minded people that are sick and tired of the way things have been in their life, people that are motivated and believe that they can make a difference in other people's lives and are ready to do whatever it takes to have success. I don't care if they live right here in Louisville, or if they're one of my friends or relatives that live in a distant location. I want to work together with as many of you guys as possible to help you guys realize those deep down burning desires that you have about your future. And like I said, I've got the commitment of these other individuals, these are high income earners, to help me help as many people as possible. Over the next year, I'm going to be reaching out to each and every one of you. I want to see if there's anything I can do to help you have the success that I'm going to have in 2013. Now, if you're ready to make a change in your life now and don't want to wait for me to contact you at some point in the future, then respond to this video, or through email, or give me a call. Together, we're going to figure out how you can achieve those goals as we move into the new year. In the meantime, have a very Merry Christmas and an absolutely wonderful New Year. I know I'm going to. So I'll talk to you guys soon.